Once upon a time, in a small village nestled by a winding river, there lived a miller and his daughter. She was a kind and gentle girl, known throughout the village for her beauty, but also for her hard-working nature. One day, the miller asked his daughter to go to the mill pond and fetch water. As she walked down the path, carrying her pail, the sun sparkled on the water's surface, and all seemed peaceful. But as she neared the pond, something caught her eye. There, just beneath the shimmering surface of the water, a strange figure appeared. It was a creature, a Nixie, a water spirit, trapped beneath the murky depths of the pond. Her long, flowing hair waved like tendrils of water, and her eyes shimmered with an otherworldly light. She called to the miller's daughter, her voice sweet but filled with desperation. "Help me, kind child," the Nixie begged. "Release me from this prison, and in return, I shall grant you 3 wishes. Whatever your heart desires, I will give you. Wealth, beauty, happiness. Anything you ask of me." The girl, startled by the creature's sudden appearance, hesitated. But the Nixie's voice was full of sincerity, and something in her heart told her this was an opportunity too great to ignore. And so, despite her fear, the miller's daughter agreed. With a gentle touch, she reached down into the water, her hand trembling, and pulled the Nixie free. As soon as the Nixie emerged from the water, the air seemed to shimmer with magic. The creature smiled, her eyes glowing with gratitude. "You have freed me, and so I shall keep my word," she said. "What is it that you wish for?" The miller's daughter thought for a moment. She had always dreamed of a life beyond the small mill, of a life filled with luxury and joy. "I wish for beauty," she said at last. "I wish to be the most beautiful woman in the land." The Nixie nodded, her fingers glowing with the power of her magic. "Your wish is granted," she said, and in the blink of an eye, the miller's daughter found herself transformed. Her beauty became radiant, a glow that captivated anyone who looked upon her. She was no longer just the miller's daughter, but a woman of incomparable grace. "But that is not all," said the Nixie, her voice still soft and enchanting. "What else do you desire?" The miller's daughter, now filled with the thrill of her newfound beauty, remembered her humble life and the hard work she had always known. "I wish for wealth," she said. "I wish to live in a grand house, where I will want for nothing." The Nixie smiled again, and with a flick of her fingers, the miller's daughter's wish was granted. The small cottage where she had once lived was transformed into a grand mansion, filled with treasures and servants to do her bidding. Her life, once marked by toil, was now filled with comfort and luxury. "And what is your final wish?" the Nixie asked, her voice now holding a note of finality. The miller's daughter thought carefully, her heart swelling with greed. "I wish for happiness," she said. "I wish for a life free of sorrow, where everything I touch turns to joy." The Nixie nodded, her gaze soft and understanding. With a final wave of her hand, the miller's daughter's life became filled with endless happiness. She had suitors, friends, and all the pleasures one could imagine. Her days were filled with laughter and her nights with sweet dreams. She had everything she ever wanted. But as the years passed, the miller's daughter grew complacent. The once innocent promise she had made to the Nixie faded into the back of her mind. She became so consumed by her new life of luxury that she forgot the deal she had struck. The Nixie's gifts, once a blessing, had become a part of her, and she no longer remembered the source of her fortune. Then one day, as she sat in her grand home, a strange feeling of unease crept over her. A familiar presence seemed to linger at the edge of her mind. And then, out of the blue, the Nixie appeared again. This time, her face was not kind, but filled with the cold authority of someone who had come to claim what was owed. "You have forgotten, child," the Nixie said, her voice deep and resonant. "The promises you made to me, the wishes you received in exchange for your help. It is time to repay your debt." The miller's daughter gasped, her heart pounding in her chest. I don't understand," she stammered. "I have given you nothing but thanks for your gifts. What more do you want from me?" The Nixie's eyes glowed with an unearthly light. "You have forgotten, and now I must take what is mine." With a wave of her hand, the ground trembled beneath them. The once grand mansion began to crumble, the laughter and joy of the miller's daughter's life turning to dust. She tried to run, but the Nixie's magic was too powerful. The water spirit pulled her toward the mill pond, where the surface of the water rippled like a dark mirror. The miller's daughter cried out, but her voice was lost in the depths. And so, the Nixie took her back into the pond, where she would remain forever, a part of the water, bound by the promises she had made long ago. The tale of the Nixie of the mill pond is one that serves as a reminder. It is a reminder that promises, even those made in moments of kindness or desperation, carry weight. The miller's daughter, with her beauty, wealth, and happiness, could not escape the consequences of breaking her word. The Nixie, a creature of the water, became an agent of fate, ensuring that no promise goes unfulfilled, no matter how long it may take. The story warns us that deals made in haste, or in pursuit of desires without thought, can lead to dire consequences. It teaches us to be mindful of the promises we make and to remember that even the most innocent-seeming bargains can come with a price that we cannot foresee. And so, we must always be careful with our words, for they may echo in ways we cannot imagine and lead us down paths we never meant to follow.